Hi, my name's Trudie. I'm a member of the iCubeR team and also one of the vloggers. This week's vlog is a diary entry of a Flexi buddy of me, seeing what I do around my position, how I manage my time, what it looks like over a week, as well as a lowdown on what it's like as a Flexi and why Flexi is the best option for me. So if you want to know about how some of us Flexis fit it all in, why not stay tuned? As some of you might know, I previously made a vlog which is all about what it means to be a Flexi buddy. So if you're looking for information just about being a Flexi, and it's just information on that, then take a look at that vlog and see the link below. If you haven't seen that video, or if you just want a reminder, then I'll start with a brief overview of what it means to be a Flexi and what's part of the role. If you already know, then feel free to fast forward, or stay tuned and just recap what it's all about. When you officially join our iCubeR, you have the option of becoming either a contracted buddy or a Flexi buddy, and here's a brief explanation of each. On page 9 to 10 of the new buddy booklet, you'll find information about the two types of contracts. Contracted is essentially that you work the same days and hours each week, and you are paid per hour, even if you're not booked. You still have the option to apply for overtime too, but that is paid at the session rate rather than the hourly rate. For a Flexi contract, you can update your availability to your convenience, but you are unlikely to have long-term buddies due to the lack of stability. You are also paid per session rather than hourly, so you have to submit a monthly invoice to receive your payments. So in a nutshell, they are the main differences between contracted and Flexis. So understandably, we're all Flexis for different reasons and have lots of different schedules to work around. This is an overview of my week and how it looks most weeks. However, it does vary to some extent for each week. First, we'll start by taking a look at my diary. Let's start with Monday. First things first, I have to set up my schedule for the next 2 weeks ahead. Now the beauty of being a Flexi is that you don't have to update between 8 and 10 AM. And you don't have to work the same hours. But for me, I like to try and ensure I have bookings, so I try to book my slots here. If I book between 8 and 10, it means I'm more likely to get bookings in the week. During the rest of the day on a Monday, I work with deaf children. After work, I try to type up the first draft of my blog, which is all about being a travelling teacher and how to work online. So if you're interested, why not take a look and see the link below. After I've worked, then after I've typed up my first draft of my blog, I then throw down some food and I head for an evening of signing lessons. At the moment, I'm learning some British Sign Language. Typically on a Monday, I leave my house at 7:30 in the morning and I'm home by 9:30 at night. So there's no guesses why I can't fit in any teaching on Mondays. Originally, I used to complete teacher quality observations after work on a Monday. However, as I began my extra signing tuition, I no longer have the time to fit them in. And iCubeR and its team, as always, were really understanding and accommodating and let me switch my Mondays to Thursdays. So thank you again to iCubeR. Tuesday, another day of working with deaf children, followed by an evening of teacher quality observations. This role involves me watching the lovely members of iCubeR teach and then giving them feedback on what they do really well and areas they could improve on or how to better their practice. This is also a great opportunity for me to widen my knowledge and to magpie some ideas for what good practice looks like. I always think that one of the most important things of being a teacher is that you share good practice and help each other out. I normally have around 4 of these observations to do in an evening. So this pretty much takes up my whole evening. I have to watch them, I have to make notes, I have to proofread them, edit them, and then submit the feedback on the forms online. Wednesday. Again, I'm back working at the deaf school during the day, but today is my last day of the week at the deaf school I'm based at. After school, I return home to complete some more teacher quality observations in the evening, and then I aim to record my vlog. Thursday. Thursday can vary from each week. As I'm a registered supply teacher, I could be pre-booked to teach at any school near where I live, or I could get a call last minute on the day. So, just like every other day of the week, except for Sunday, I'm up at 6 a.m. and have to be ready just in case I get a call and have to leave to go to work. Being up early, I then make a start on my next role at IQ Bar. For the last few days of the week, I'm also part of the social media engagement team. I start my first sitting of social media on Thursday. Then, if I have supply work, when I come home from teaching, I complete more quality observations. After this, I try to make a start on editing my vlog, because trust me, this takes ages. If I don't have supply teaching, it means I can start my teacher quality observations earlier and catch up on all my emails and things from the week, and just do some jobs around the house as well as look after my family. In the evening, I then complete my last sitting of social media engagement. Friday, that day that everyone working a normal Monday to Friday 9 to 5 longs for. Again, sometimes I have supply teaching booked in, and sometimes I don't. But again, I'll be up at 6 a.m. and ready for the day. This also gives me a chance to slot in my social media engagement before possibly working. If I do get supply work, I come home and finish my vlog editing. Or if I don't have work, I'm able to finish the editing in my own time. Saturday. So most people can't wait for the weekend. The weekend for me means more work. I wake up early on the Saturday and get back into teaching online so I can keep up to date and fresh with my online teaching. I love it. I know I sound mad adding more to my work, but it's great. Also, not forgetting I have more social media engagement. So Saturday morning, and then again on Saturday evening, I finish my last bit of social media engagement for the week. And then once I've done that, I send my screenshots of my evidence to show what work I've been doing to the team. Sunday, my day of rest. Finally here. I get to catch up with my family, do some boring jobs like clean my car, my house, and just catch up on life in general. And then breathe, ready for the next week ahead. So why is Flexi best for me? I definitely need Flexi in my life at the moment. It was absolutely perfect whilst travelling. So I could balance teaching and travelling the world, and then when I returned home from travelling, it slotted in around my work with special educational needs children. Again, when I changed roles and started working with deaf children, and also became a supply teacher, again, working online slotted in around that too. I love being a Flexi. For me, I like to keep things fresh, I like being kept up to date with the best practice, and which I do by being kept in the education system, working with children with special needs, and by teaching online. You can learn so many things from all these jobs, and then I can use what I learn, take it, and apply it across all the different roles I have. As I work in a mainstream school supporting deaf children, as well as a supply in mainstream schools, that means I have half terms where I can also work online too. I often book in slots for most of what is supposed to be my time off. What can I say? I like to be busy. For me, it's so important to be organised. I could not function without my diary. For me, having a list and then scheduling what I need to achieve by when is so helpful. Then I know when it's complete when I see that big, beautiful tick next to it. If you're a fellow Flexi buddy, why not post a comment below sharing how Flexi best suits your life? Or if you're a newbie to the company, a trial buddy, or perhaps you're just thinking about coming to the Flexi side, feel free to pop a comment below. Also, keep an eye out for the vlogs about a diary of a contracted buddy, so you can see what it's like on the other side. As always, I really hope this has helped. If you need any more information, please contact a member of the team or your team leader. Thanks guys, bye!